All right. Hey, this is yeah. All right, I'm going to start over.
You're fumbling from the...
All right, let's start this
Let's keep
again.
it that way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, really. Okay, here we go. Hey, it's Sven and David here, and today we're going to talk about membership sites and 4 different options that are available when setting up a membership site. We kind of want to go over what the membership site's made up of, its compatibility, how user-friendly it is, what kind of tutorials it has to offer, pricing, and what glitches we discovered in these different options that we're going to talk about today. So, Sven, let's talk about, you wanted to talk about S2member. So why don't we start there? Tell me a little bit about S2member, what it's all about. First off, how user-friendly is it? How easy is it to set up?
Oh my gosh. It's super easy, user-friendly. It's, I'm pretty sure my old grandma could have set it up within maybe 30 minutes without any experience and hardly even knowing what a computer is. It's very intuitive. You just put it in the Wordpress and just click install and basically click and you're finished. And the tutorials, they're detailed, very clear. The person recording is speaking clearly, not like I do. It's very basic. Just follow the simple steps, click the necessary buttons, and you're up and running, more or less.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. It's a plugin, right? It's not a theme.
Yes, it's a plugin.
How compatible is it with with themes? I mean, do you have to use a specific theme? Can you use any theme? Is there one theme that's better than the other?
Well, you can use any theme you want. Anything you like Optimize Press if you like paid premium themes, or you can use any other free themes within the WordPress database or library. The compatibility with I've used a couple of 100 plugins through my days using s2member as a platform to build certain restricted areas. I haven't had one issue with any of the plugins, so it's very compatible. They're constantly working on improving everything. Its free version is compatible with extremely many different frameworks like Genesis and the whatever it's called. The support system, whenever we have an issue, I haven't had an issue for enough time. I mean, I've had 1 or 2 issues throughout my usage ever. I go to the support forum and already someone else has found the issue and it's been fixed. So all I have to do basically is download the update and the problem solved. So they're very quick to fix whenever it's a glitch or a problem with compatibility with other plugins and themes.
Cool. Well, you mentioned a free version. Now, is there, and then there must be a paid version also. So it sounds like there's probably some differences or some value add from a paid version versus the free version.
My experience is that if you're gonna build a gigantic empire of multiple sites where you want to have one login to access different sites, you want to have more payment options, you want to have more advanced shopping cart systems and more specialized themes for s2member, you want to go with the paid version. Other than that, if you just want to have a membership site up and running within 30 minutes, you go a long way with the free version. I mean, they're actually recommending you to not buy the the paid version until you really, really, really can't live without it. So I like that approach. I mean, they're freaking awesome when it comes to giving you more for the dollar, especially this one since it's free. So yeah, I can't say much more. It's a kick-ass plugin right off the start, right off the bat, right off any.
Okay. Well, it definitely sounds like it's a good plugin. Sounds like you definitely give it very high marks. Okay, and so from your experience, you would say that if you're just getting started, then S2member is a good place to get started as far as getting started with a membership site.
Absolutely. If you want to create a membership site within minutes, if you have any experience of WordPress at all and know anything about installing a WordPress plugin, you'll be up and running within 5 to 10 minutes.
Cool.
No more.
Cool. Well, that's a really good thing to know. I mean, it's definitely a good starting point. All right. Are there anything with that plugin that you say was complicated? I mean, like maybe setting up payment buttons or those types of options, or maybe integrating into with a autoresponder or something like that.
Well, they do have some third-party integration with, I think it's MailChimp when it comes to autoresponders. I don't know maybe they have for Aweber now too, but last time I checked, 2 days ago, it was MailChimp. And you simply just add the API from the MailChimp and you're up and running and can get the subscribers as they register. If you want to include other third-party, like if they don't have support for Aweber or GetResponse or iResponse and Infusionsoft and all the names, you'll have to get a little bit more technical. But the tutorials cover stuff like that too. So if you're not an advanced user, they show you step by step how to add the code into the code structure to be able to add other things. So if you have a little courage when it comes to coding, they'll show you how to do it. Okay, and what was your other question? It was
as far as setting up payment, payment options.
Setting up payment, yeah. They have the basic, just like a standard PayPal integration within the free version. In the paid version, they cover I think they cover ClickBank, they cover the Commission Junction, they cover a lot more payment methods and even direct payment. Okay. With a, credit card and that. So, if you want many payment options, you need the paid version. Simple as that. But PayPal, you go a long way. You can set up the payment option very advanced and very technical. So whenever someone whenever someone unsubscribes or stop their payment, if you have a monthly payment and they stop their payment, they are automatically kicked out of the membership system. If you want to go and be that technical, or else you just create a button within the system, no issue at all. It's very basic, no problem. So it's an integrated PayPal button creator, and you can use PayPal's own buttons. So you have the choice. Okay,
and PayPal's pretty well known throughout the world, so it shouldn't be an issue there. Great. No. All right. Well, then, what as far as on a scale of 1 to 5, what would you rate S2member?
Since if I take into account the friendliness, the easiness to use, I just have to give it a very solid, strong 4.9.
All right. Cool. Well, definitely sounds like one would use.
Yeah. Should I cover the price maybe?
Yeah, please. Tell me what.
Except
tell me.
for
Well,
the free one.
we're talking about free, but what's the paid version about? What does it cost?
We have two options really. If you want to have a single site license, and it's really single site. If you're only planning on having one membership site ever, it's $69. And if you want to have two unlimited domains, you're planning on creating multiple membership sites, it's $129.
It's not a bad
so
price.
I would say it's below average.
All right.
And there is a special super duper special edition version. I think it's $399, and it covers the multi-site. If I have 10 membership sites and I want to use one login platform, it covers that. Well, that is a more expensive option, but hey,
well,
you've come a long way with the free version.
Yeah, and not that many people are going to need to use that kind of a package, I would think. Not, at least not starting off. And if you're at that size, a few $100s isn't going to make that big of a difference, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
All right. So should we switch the board? Let's put you on the hot seat.
All right. Well, let's talk about Fastmember.
And you want to begin with Fastmember?
Yeah, I think Fastmember is the one that probably most closely matches up with what you're talking about with S2member. Fastmember's they don't have a free version right off, but it's very user friendly. It took me, I actually got it as a WSO and early on, so the cost when I bought it was a lot less than it is right now. But price-wise, it's compatible with some of the other big name ones like Wishlist and that. It's $197, to buy the package. Nice thing, one of the things I like about Fastmember over the Wishlist and some of the others is that they actually offer a version where you can actually set up membership sites and sell them if you want to sell membership sites. So if you're doing something like flipping websites and stuff like that, you can actually build a membership site and sell the membership site to somebody else. So, and Wishlist doesn't offer that functionality, and neither does Optimize Press or some of the other ones that we've talked about offline. But I found it to be very easy to work with. Sets up very quickly, easy to load. It's a plugin. Load it up real quick. It is compatible with other themes. I've set it up with Optimize Press as well as other themes like Genesis and free versions. So I was able to set it up using any one of those types of themes with no problem whatsoever. From a plugin standpoint, I haven't had any issues using different plugins with it. It's very compatible with the various plugins that I've tested it with. And I found it, very straightforward from that standpoint. There haven't been any real glitches that I've seen so far. And they're continually improving and upgrading the plugin. Now, from a tutorial standpoint, there was about, I think it's like 10 or 12 videos, and that's all they needed to get you going. You go in and it's got a 5-step system. It's a wizard. So when you set up and you load your license into Fastmember, the wizard comes up and it just walks you right through it in a wizard format. So, you step one, you define whether it's going to be a single offering or a multiple offering, so for some membership sites it's just one offer, but other membership sites have multiple levels, and so you choose. Okay, how many levels are you going to have in your membership site? You're going to have and then you define what those options are. You can have a free version, an entry version, a mid-level, and then the top end. You define the pricing right there, right up front. You also define how many pages you're going to have initially for each one of those. Levels. So you can go in and say, I've got 3 levels. I want to have 3 pages per levels. I want to have a separate sales page for each level, or I want to use the same sales page. I want to have a different thank you page or the same thank you page. And then as you progress, it just goes through and it asks you questions. You fill in the data, and when you get to the final step, step 5, everything's been set up for you. And then all you have to do is go back in and add your content. It's just that straight simple. I mean, it was really, I was really impressed because I've been looking at other membership plugins and themes, just like, we've been talking about. And I found that, Fastmember set up like similar to what you were talking about with S2. In about 20 to 30 minutes, I had my membership site completely created and formatted. And then all I had to do is go back in and build the content. So, and with the wizard functionality, it made it just so sweet and easy. It was really cool. I was very impressed by it. And the nice thing is the tutorials are they're not real long, and so they're easy to follow. And he actually walks you through each step in the tutorials. So, from a setting up payments and things like that, they actually have several different things that are automated. So you've got a PayPal automation, and that's what I use mainly. But there were 2 others, and I'm trying to think of the names of them right now. It was not Pay Alert was another one. And then the third one, I can't think of the name right offhand. But you go in and you say, this is the one I want. You plug in the code you got from that particular feature or that particular end provider of the payment processor, and off you go. You can use their buttons. You can customize the buttons, pull them in from PayPal or wherever you may pay. If you don't want to use those payment features, you can also go ahead and use the other payment features that are out there. I think auto pay or, there's so many out there, but you can go ahead and grab their code and plug it into the website also once you've set it up, and off and running you are. So it was very easy and straightforward to use. It was the functionality is great. Like I said, the tutorials were very straightforward. Nice thing about it also was that in getting this plugin, I think one of the features that really impressed me was the fact that I can now use this as an offering to other businesses, or other people. People are trying to get started. They want to do something, but they don't understand exactly maybe how to do all the technical setups and whatnot. They have a good idea, but you can help them set up a website that's a membership site, create the whole process for them, and put it together, and then roll it out without them having to go out and buy the product themselves, so that you can use it as a business. So, as somebody that's, say, maybe more technical but less creative from an individual niche standpoint, you have the ability to actually set up and use the membership site and roll it out for somebody else, and then help them build it and manage it without having to spend additional dollars. So you can sell it and make money that way too. And I thought that was unique from what the different plugins that I've looked at. What glitches?
Really sounds awesome.
It really is. It's a cool tool. They have some great tutorials. They had some great additional education features, to help you understand how to get started. If you're just getting started in the membership site world, they offered some additional training to help you figure out how to pick a niche, how to find your sweet spot, so to speak. And another thing that I really like is the fact that they've set up a private group on Facebook, so that you can go and interact with other people on Facebook. And you know what? It's a very active group. I go out there almost daily and talk to various members out on the group to ask questions, not just about the plugin and about using Fastmember, but asking them questions about technical issues with other aspects of what I'm trying to do. There's been times when I've had to ask questions about how to focus a niche more narrowly